Hello guys, welcome to QA Studio channel. In this tutorial, we are discussing about Selenium Java framework development. In the previous video, we have developed one Maven project and give the name it Master project. Also, it is Maven project, so we get the folder structure, that is SRC main Java, SRC main resources, SRC test Java and SRC test resources. Also, we have created some folder for the configuration, driver, log, screenshot, and in form.xml file, we have download the dependency from the Maven repositories. In the previous session, we discussed that what is automation framework, what is data driven testing. This is our folder structure, that in the SRC test Java packages, SRC test Java folder, we have created some packages for the page object, some package for the test cases and the test data. Also, we have developed some folder for the configuration, for config properties, driver to save the driver executable, and the to save the logging, we have generated the log folder. This is our website we have to automate. This is our website that we have to automate. Also, we generate the some test cases for that website to automate. We have created one index page. Index page means this is our index page, and index page there will be the one sign button. On clicking the sign in button, we get two sessions, one for the create account and one for the already registered. This is our index page. On the index page, we have seen women, dress tab, t-shirt tab and the blog tab. Also, we have seen the one button, that is sign in button. So in the index page, our operation will be to locate the sign in button, means we have to inspect the sign in button, and we have to locate that button with the using of the XPath. After clicking this sign in button, we will navigate to my account page, and on coming to my account page, there will be the two session, that is create an account and already registers. As we have created index page, first we create the object of the driver, then we create the constructor means constructor is a special type of method which is used to initialize the object. So we have created one constructor. There will be the rule for the constructor that class name should be the same as the constructor name. So we have created one constructor, that is index page, and here we pass the parameter of of the object driver. Then we initialize the local driver to remote web driver. Then we have to initialize the method. So we use the page factory class, and we use the inits method of that page factory class to initialize of the web element. Then we locate this button. Then we locate sign in button with the help of link test. Link test means when we inspect on that particular button, we get the anchor tag. Anchor tag means with the help of this anchor tag, we know that it is a link. So with the help of link test, we locate that sign in button. Also, after locating this sign in button, we have to perform the click operation on it. So for that click operation, we have created one method, that is click sign in, and we have to perform the click method. That's why with the help of this web element, we have performing the click option. Click is a method of the web element interface. Then we create the another page, that is my account page. After navigating to this my account page, we here we get a two session, create an account and already register. For the create an account, we have to enter here our email address. As we give our email address, and when we click the create account button, okay, this email address is already registered, so we get this error. When we click this button, we are navigate to the home page of that website. So on the account page, our operation will be same as the index page. So first is the WebDriver object, then we create the constructor, then we locate this button, sorry, this text box area and this button, like that, @find by, and we give the name create email. Then with the help of find by annotation, we will we have located the button, that is submit create. Then we have to create one method to create the account. So we have created one method, and here we pass the parameter of string, and this parameter will pass here. As we direct send our email address, like that, create email dot send keys, and here we have to pass our parameter like asdf@gmail.com. But here we are sending our email with the help of property.dos file or any configuration file. That's why I am not writing the code here. If we have to send a direct email ID, then we will use create email dot send keys, and here we pass our email ID. But here we are not sending value direct, and we will use here properties file for that. In this file, we stored all common value or hard-coded value like application URL, login ID, and the login password. And we will create this file in the configuration folder. So on the right click of this folder, here we will create config.properties. After creating this file, here we save our login ID, login password, and the application URL. If we have to send the value directly, then we use this method, send keys method, and here we pass the direct value. But if we have to store the our value or login ID or application URL in the file, and then we have to use, that time we use the config.properties file. In this config.properties file, means properties file, we save the value as a key value pair. Means we have to, here we will save the our base URL. So base URL and equal to sign, and this is our, in the property file, we save the value as a key value pair. So this is our key. Base URL is a key, and then we have to give here equal sign, and this is our application URL. Also we save the here browser, whether it is Chrome browser or Gecko driver, Chrome driver. Here we are using Chrome browser, so we gave the name is a Chrome, and we will save this config.properties file. After creating this properties file, now we have to read this property file. So now we will discuss about it, that how to read the property file. So now in the utilities file, first we see why we use the utility. Utility means all the common functionality related to the project will save in the utility package. So to read the config property, we will create the one class in the utilities of name read config. And in read config class, we will read the property file. In this class read config, we will create one properties file object. Properties and to read the property, there will be the class available of properties in Java. Then we will create the constructor to initialize the object. Also we have to give the path here. So we will create one string path and give the here name. We will get path from of config properties. In the configuration folder, we create the config properties and we have to right click on this file, and in the properties session we will get the complete address. So we copy this path and paste here. This is the path our config file. Then here we will create initialize the properties object. Now to read the property file, we have a class like file input stream, and we will create object that class. And here we give the path. Then we use prop dot load and input stream. Here we will try catch block. Let me see. The error has gone. Here we write the exception. In this way, we have created one constructor for the read config class. Now in the config.properties file, we have two key. We have two variable, that is base URL and browser. So to read this key, we will create the method in the read config.class file. So we will create method for it. Now to read the value from this config property, we will create the method, that is public. Here we use the string return type as it is using URL. So get base URL is the name of our method, and here we use get property method of the property class. So prop dot get properties, here we will use double quotation and in the double quotation we will copy this key. This key, base URL browser, this is our key and this is our value. So we will paste here. Now this will return our this is return the value. So we will save in the string value prop.get property. Now if the string is null, then it will throw the runtime exception. So we will write here condition if value string is not null, then it will return the value. And if else, it will throw the runtime exception. This is our the first method to read the base URL. In this method, we will read the base URL with the help of get property method. Then if it will not null, then it will return the value string. If it will run, then it will return the runtime exception and with the specified message that URL not specified. This is our first method for reading the base URL. Now we have to read the second key browser, that is equal to Chrome. So we will create another method for that. To read the browser key from that config.properties, we have to create one method and everything will be the same except this parameter. So we will create one method for it. And this is our second method to read the browser. Like that, here we pass the browser parameter and we read this browser with the help of get property method. Then also we give the condition that value is not equal to null or not. If null, then it will throw the runtime exception. In this way, we have created read config class to read the key from the config.properties. Now we have to create the test cases. So for the test cases, we have created the package and here we will maintain all the test cases regarding our project. Before creating the test cases, we have to create the base class. In the base class, we have saved all the common functionality related to the project. So now we will create the base class for that. So in the test case packages, on the right click, we will create the base class and give the name base class. In this way, we have created the base class page. So now and also create the variable to read the variable from the read config class. So string URL equal to read config dot get base URL, and also we'll create new variable for browser with the help of class of the read config dot get browser. In this way, we read the variable from the config.properties file. Now we will create another method to launch the browser. Means it will read whether the browser is Chrome browser or Firefox browser or Internet Explorer browser. But our browser will be the Chrome. So we will create the method for it. Setup, and here we'll launch the browser. Here we will launch the in the setup method we will launch the browser. Before that we will create the object of the WebDriver, that is public static WebDriver driver will be our object of the WebDriver. And here I will copy the all code and will explain you later. First we have to import the packages. For it, let me import the all package, then I will explain you. And this is our code to launch the browser. So in the base class, first we create the object of the read config class, as we have to use the key for the from the config.properties file. So after that we will create the variable string URL, and here we will fetch the URL from the read config.class. Then we'll create the variable for the browser, and also with the help of get browser we will fetching the URL from the read config.class. And in the setup method, first we will convert all the value of the key, that is browser equal to Chrome, to lowercase, and then we'll use the WebDriver manager to launch the Chrome driver. WebDriver manager is a class, and in these two steps we launch the Chrome browser. Same step for the Edge driver. With the help of WebDriver manager and the Edge driver we will launch the Edge driver. And for the Firefox driver we will use also WebDriver manager class. So in this way we will launch our browser. So for the all project, this will our code for the to launch the Chrome driver or Edge driver or the Edge browser. Also in this setup we can also use the wait concept here. As we know, in the base class we use the all reusable or the common functionality, and we know we will use the implicit wait, means we can apply the implicit wait here. So for the implicit wait we will write driver dot manage dot timeout dot implicitly wait, and here we give the time unit dot second. In this way we are applying the implicit wait here. Then we will open the application URL. So driver.get, and here we pass the URL. This URL is come from this variable, and in the variable it will fetch from the read.config class. So in this way we are opening our URL. Also, you know what is implicit wait. Implicit wait means it tells the WebDriver to wait for a particular time that we have specified before throwing the exceptions. Also, we say that implicit wait is a globally wait which can apply the all the element of the web page. And also we use it commonly, so we save this implicit wait in the setup function. Also, which function we use the regularly, like we also we are using the login file regularly. So we have created log4j2.property file in the src.test resources. This will our log4j property file. So it will log our project or our process. So I have created log4j.property file in which folder? That is src test resources. In the log4j2 property, first we will know the information about. Here we created the appender means to appender. Appendance means from where we have to write the log. Here we created two appender. One is for console and one is for file. Means one log will generate for the console and one log will generate for the file. Then this is our file type, which is a file. Also then also it will be the pattern layout that we will write the log file in which pattern. Means this in the first is the level, then year means time of the log, and then it will print the message. This will our project name. So we will write here my store project. So this is the information related to the log4j2 properties. So for the logging purpose, first we will create the logger object, that is public static logger log. Now we will logging the information like that. Log equal to login manager log manager dot get logger, and it will be our project name, that is my store project. Actually I am not imported the right package, that's why this error is occurring. So let me check. Now I imported the package, that is log4j logger and log manager. Now we will create the another method to quit the browser. So we will create another method for tear down, and here we will use driver.quit and driver.close. Here the interview question will be that difference between the driver.close and the driver.quit. So difference will be driver.close means it will the close the current browser which is open by the WebDriver instance. So it will close the current browser, and driver.quit will close the all browser which is open by the WebDriver. Suppose if the Chrome browser is open, only one Chrome browser is open, that time we use the driver.close. But if there is Chrome browser is open, Edge driver is open, or Firefox driver is open, that time we use the driver.quit to close the all browser. I hope you understand, guys. Now as we created the base class for the our project, so This is the method of the setup to launch the browser, and this is the method to close the browser or quit the browser. So this will be our the first step to launch the browser. So here we use at the rate, before class annotation of the test ng. You know about or the test ng annotations like before class, before method, after method. And on the last we have to close the driver or quit the driver. So, and this is the last method of our class, so we are using here after class annotations of the test engine. So in this ways we have created the base class. You know in which information we save the base class. In base class we save the all common functionality that will reuse again and again in the project. Like setup means we have to launch the browser again and again. That's why we are launching the browser in the base class. As we launch the browser again and again, so we have to quit this browser. So tear down method is also reusable for our project. So we have created this method in the base class, or other functionality like screenshot or screenshot. We have to take the screenshot or login information we save in the base class. So in this way we have created the base class. Now we have to create the test cases. After clicking the sign in button, and there will be the my account page. So we will create that test class for the my account, which name is my account test. Now we have created the test class in the test case packages, which name is my account test. Now for our project, my account test is a child class and the base class is a parent class. So we extend this my account test to base class. Means all the information of the base class is inheriting to the my account test class. Now we will create one method, public void verify registration. This method, our test case, first we have to launch this URL, then click to sign in button, and then enter the email address. This will be our the test cases. First we have to launch the WebDriver, then click the sign in and then enter the email address and then create an account. This will our the test cases. Now we write the test cases for that. So to launch the to launch the URL, we use uh, driver.get and here URL. This URL is came from this base class, string URL and get base URL. Now we have to also log the information. So logger.info, and here we write the information what here we have to log. We have to inform that URL is open. So here we are writing URL is open. This will generate the runtime log information. For the sign in function, we have created the index page. And the index page, we locate the sign in button and also we create the method for the click operation. And so first we will create the index page object and we pass the driver here. Then we have to use this information, that is sign in and the click function. IP dot click sign in. In this way, it will click the button. It will click this button. Means it will click this button, and after clicking this button, we will get my account page. So we will also create the my account page object. After going to the my account, there will be, we have to enter the email address and create the create an account. Means we have to click this button, and the my account test, we locate this button using find by annotations. Also we create the method for that, that is submit email dot click. Okay, in my account test we will use, that is my account dot, the method name will be create email and submit email. It will not opening. Actually, I am not created the method for the click email, and in the test I have to call the method. So ma dot send email, and here we have to send the email in this session, means in double quote, and other is ma dot click email. Here we have to send the email address, and the email address will be, in this way we will send the mail and create the account. First we will open the URL, then log this URL, then we will click on the sign in button, then send the email, and then the click email. Now we have to execute this test method. Before that, we will create test.xml file. So on the right click of the test class, and in the test.ng sessions, we have to convert to test.ng. This will be our locations of the test.ng XML file, and this will be the test name. And after finish, our test.ng XML file will create. And if you have to run this test.ng file, then we will run as a test.ng suite. First we have to use the, means we have to give the login information on consoles. That's why after opening the URL, we give the information logger.info and URL is open. Then after clicking the sign in button, that is logger.info, click on the sign in. Then when we give the email to the text box, then logger.info, click on the sign in button. And after clicking the creating email, here we write click on create email. In this way, we are logging our informations on the console.